To be a part of the show, please follow the social media handles on your screen. You can also send us pictures and videos of abandoned public projects in your community so we can collectively ensure accountability and transparency in Nigeria. Don't just sit there and complain. This is your chance to do something by getting involved in tracking public projects around you. In one of our previous episodes, we tracked a project in Ondo State where only 4 out of 6 classrooms of Lujomo Comprehensive High School were renovated despite a budget allocation of 15 million naira. When we spoke to Honorable Joseph Akinlaja, who represents the people of Lujomo in the Federal House of Representatives and also the initiator of this project, he mentioned that the discrepancy with the scope of the project was caused by the universal basic education. Listen to this.
It's a mess, you know. What the UBEC people agency is doing is a mess. We will put projects in UBEC. UBEC will change even the project, and in some cases, or they will award part of what the project is. For example, it's not only Lujomo. For example, construction of 1 block of classroom of 6 rooms. That's at LA Primary School, Oloruntedo in Ward 4, in Ondo West, local government. The UBEC awarded 1 block of classroom, was awarded with furniture. Instead of 6 classrooms, they constructed 2 classrooms. Instead of renovation, they did construction. So these are things, you know, I have reported to Constituency Outreach to take up with the agencies concerned. It's not only my project. They do it to virtually all projects.
Like we promised, we approached the Universal Basic Education Commission, represented by one of its executive secretaries. Listen to what Dr. Yakubu Gambo told us.
In rare cases, it happened. Because if a member of the National Assembly just allocates 20 million, for instance, in the budget, say I want 6 classroom blocks with 20 million, you get that? That is not feasible. It's not practicable. In most cases, they don't get the technical advice before they insert such monies in the budget for the implementation of the projects. So we have a physical planning department, and we have our standard. So if our standard is 20 million will give you 4 classroom block, a block of 4 classrooms, so be it. We have our drawings, we have the costing for 2 classroom block, we have the cost for 3 classroom block, we have the cost for 4 classroom block. So in most cases, when these projects are brought to UBEC, we try to subject them to our internal scrutiny to meet up the standards that will definitely give us completed projects, not abandoned projects. For instance, if you give 10 million and you want 5 classrooms, 10 million cannot give you. If you start, the project will stop on the way. So the best thing is to use our standard. By UBEC standard, 2 classrooms, anything from 8 to 9 million can give you 2 classrooms and an office. Then 3 classrooms will go up about 12 to 13 million. 4 classrooms can take between 15 to 18 million. UBEC does not modify any project. Mind you, before these projects are sent to the Commission, there are already an act assented to by Mr. President. So the Commission cannot modify a law, an existing law, budget signed by Mr. President. We don't modify. In most cases, because they are constituency projects and they fall under capital, fund releases are usually delayed. And so by the time we start making arrangements to implement the projects, we'll be running against time because it always comes towards the end of the financial year. And especially when we advertise for such projects, it takes a long process, and there are also pressures from the sponsors of those projects in the National Assembly. And in most cases, you discover that some members of the National Assembly, because of the late timing, might not even be aware of the existence of the period of implementation of such projects in the Commission. And for those that are aware, they try to insist somehow on the kind of people or contractors that they think know their terrain and will do well in the implementation of those projects for them. All projects that are done under constituency projects are complete, built and occupy. You construct the classrooms and furnish. So furnishing is taken into account. Please don't forget, these constituency projects were not 100% released to us. You get my point? So in most cases, we get 70%, 80%, as in the case of 2016. We got only 80%. So if the balance was pending, it's not with UBEC. It's still in the Ministry of Finance. It does not come here.
According to Dr. Yakubu Gambo, there is a template for costing these projects, and it appears most legislators may not be aware of this to guide their costing decisions. This further emphasizes the importance of effective communication between stakeholders, because at the end, it is the end users who bear this brunt of abandoned or completed projects. And by end users, I mean you and I. Please follow the social media handles on your screen. On Twitter, the hashtag is GetInvolved. Aren't you tired of complaining? This is your chance to do something. Join us as we strive for a more transparent and accountable society. I am Charles Emuzi. Thank you for watching.